manager and the Melly case. So King Von's manager is running a multi-million-dollar business, and I'm thinking to myself, why would this guy not cooperate with the feds if he's running a business? We're not talking about someone that's on roads. He might look like he's a road guy, might do whatever he does to blend in with the gang and stuff and try to appear like one of them based on his past life and stuff. They might have been through similar things and stuff, but this guy is running a business. The police are obviously against certain people, and they will do whatever they can to kind of jeopardize certain things and take away certain things. So when I think about him running a multi-million-dollar business, and I think about a couple clients that he has, might have had run-ins with the police and everything, why wouldn't they come to him for information? Why wouldn't they try and get information out of him? Why wouldn't he give them information about his clients? The way I see it, it would be stupid for him not to protect his business at all costs and end up in the same situation as the artist, to where he now doesn't have that business anymore. People would do anything to protect their business. It's kind of a reasonable and sensible thing to do. I mean, what would you do? Would you literally jeopardize your multi-million-dollar business for one client when you can let that client go away and let that client, go down? Then you can try and get the best lawyers and do everything you can so that person can come back. That's where my problem lies, right? And also in the paperwork, they are saying that he brought the phone into the office, and not what he is basically saying, that he was there in the office with his attorney and they realized he had more than one phone on him, and they decided to ask him, what's that about? And he told them his client's phone. That part, to be honest with you, this guy, that part right there, guys, I don't know, man. To be honest with you, if you are undercover and you are working for these people and you work for the government, this is kind of stuff and the tactics that you would have to pull in order to not blow your cover. That's the way I see it. So him coming out and responding to all the allegations that's been going around this Fed thing, and that's something he would have had to do if he was an undercover as well. So what he done, coming out and addressing all the rumors and everything and trying to clear his name, is something he would have had to do. He only came out because the name was in this document, and I also felt like he needed to let people know that he changed his name. But the thing about him changing his name, how many times have this guy changed his name? Audio Crank 22 broke it down for us and showed us how many aliases this guy used to go by in the past, and now all of a sudden he's changed his name. At this point, it's kind of like a pattern. Is he going to change it in a few more years' time? If something else happened, and then he has to change his last name, track to something else. I don't understand why he had so many aliases and he's now changed his name. Felt like he's trying to use that to say that that's not him. I am not that person. I am Track. I am not Francois. Francois is not even my real name. Why would you have Francois if that's not even your real name? Why would you literally come up with an alias like that? Francois, officer, is too similar. It's literally for you to come up with a name like that yourself and give yourself that name, it's literally too similar to officer. I'm not sure where the name came from, but I kind of feel like he probably was given that name by the officer. So, DJ Academics, he does things to please other people in the industry and stuff. So for me, him doing that interview with DJ Academics where people saying, he could be bought, he can't be trusted, he's a Fed, all of that kind of stuff. They does stuff behind the scene, Tekashi 69 and all of it, that he's attached to. Maybe that wasn't the right move. Maybe what he should have done, or what I would have liked to see, is actually when they started messaging him about that in the comments, under his comments, right, saying that his name is in the document and it 100% proves that he traded information in the Melly case. He should have literally went to AK's live straight away and spoke on it, not wait until a big YouTuber pick it up and then decided to go on DJ Academics platform to millions of people and spoke about it. I don't know, I just felt like it should have been addressed straight away. And also with him changing his name, I felt like that's something that he was planning to tell the public, but it just so happened where this document was pulled up and he had to say it on the spot. And also, I think the reason why he didn't do the interview with King AK straight away is because him and DJ Akademiks had this interview already planned to tell the public that he changed his name and to address all the rumors. This is another thing for me in the case, right? The details of the case, they are saying that his phone and the locations where his phone was at proves that he was at the location where they staged a scene and tried to make it look like a drive-by. And because they are artists and stuff, right, they normally stage scenes and all of it to shoot videos and stuff like that. So they are capable of doing that. The details in this case is crazy. But even though they say that they have evidence on the phone of him incriminating himself, it would make sense why he's not out like little Tim running around. But when the manager says Melly will be coming home, he's coming out, his client is innocent, you can see where there could have been a possibility that he could have traded information in return for Melly's freedom. When you think about all the coincidence that happened, his name being the last name as the officer at the scene, him literally taking an Uber, but then the officer got an Uber, the federal building being a certain distance, the voice of the person on the phone. There's too many things that just looks like it was him that night at the scene with the same name of the officer, and there's just too many coincidences. I'm thinking, could this have been a genuine mistake that was made? Because remember they said that at one point they couldn't find the document, no one couldn't find it, but then all of a sudden it was back up. He also said that they threatened to deport him and all that stuff as well. So I'm thinking that it could have been a form of interrogation to where he probably took some sort of deal in exchange for Melly's freedom, where he had to provide information on his other artists, the shooters, the ones that have been in connection to crimes and stuff. And that's what could have led up to him being there the night and being identified as Officer Francois over the phone. Him saying he took a cab, he ran for cover. And another thing, people also didn't believe that he was shot, so he did clear that up, which I can say, yes, he was definitely shot. The bullet went in and out, and you can clearly see on his foot. As for him being an undercover and him changing his name and stuff, there is still loads of questions. There is still loads of unanswered questions around that situation.